Hello everyone, and welcome back. We're up to episode 3 of becoming a repair technician from scratch. Today is my first ever actual repair attempt, and it's going to be on the Sunbeam coffee machine that I got for free off Marketplace. So brace yourself for an annoying sound here. This is what happens when I plug it into the wall. So it seems to be stuck on no matter what option or setting I put it on, with or without the power. So I'm going to take it apart and go from there. Oh, there we go. There's something. I guess I was supposed to come in from the top. So it took me like a full real life hour to get this open to where I wanted it to be, and most of the screws I took out were a complete waste of time because it was getting to things that I didn't actually need to get to. And this is the sort of thing that's only going to be improved on with experience. So here I finally got to the board. I took the 2 screws out and I'm just trying to get the rest of it out. There's like a lot of glue holding all the parts in, so I was tweezing those out. Okay. One more piece. Alright. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and I'll be back.
A few moments later.
Okay, I have got the board open. I've cleaned up a little bit. Let's start testing. So after talking to my trusty AI bot, this is the part here that I believe to be broken. So that's what I'm going to be trying to test first. Well, I say first, but it's actually the only option. So if it's not that, then I'm completely screwed. And right here is where I'm looking at my multimeter and seeing that it is actually functioning correctly. So I'm just double checking. Maybe I did something wrong the first time, and I was kind of just hoping that this was the problem so that at least I knew what was wrong and I could potentially replace it and then fix it. So it was still okay after testing again, and I'd kind of given up at this point, so I didn't really know what else to do. And then I flipped the board over and I saw this. A severely burnt tracer, completely black. So I wasn't 100% certain that that was a problem, but I was pretty sure that it wasn't supposed to look like that. So I had a little bit of hope. Continued on. Had another chat with my friend Mr. AI and decided to try and clean it up and see if that fixed the problem. So after going crazy with a cotton swab and some IPA, I was making pretty much no progress. It was just completely burnt. And it was around here that I remembered back to my first ever opening video. I got a metal brush, and I was thinking at the time that this cannot be something that I'm supposed to be using on motherboards. And then I was like, oh, that is probably actually what this is for. So here we go, trying that out, and it looked to be working really well. So enjoy the sped up ASMR motherboard cleaning. I didn't know how hard I could push down on the board with the metal, and I also didn't know how well I needed to get it off. So I mean, I was just trying to do it as soft as possible while still making progress. After I finished, I was kicking myself over this, because what I should have done is test the two sides of the tracer to see if they had a connection before cleaning it. But again, that's just something that's going to be coming with experience. So I wasn't completely satisfied, so here I am going for round 2 and round 3 of cleaning. But again, hindsight, I should have just tested both sides of the tracer to see if there was a connection, and I could have potentially saved all of this time. I know, I should not be using a cloth, this kind of cloth on a motherboard. I knew that before I started it, but I was just getting so annoyed there was all this sticky residue. I just wanted to get it off, and the cotton swabs weren't giving enough coverage. So here's where I put my meter into continuity mode and finally test it. And this is around where I realized I probably should have tested beforehand. And there we go, we have a connection to the points as well, so straight line all the way there. Very easy to see because these traces are so thick. And here I'm trying to see if it's going to go all the way to the chip as well. So I'm following it along. And we get a connection there too, so I was kind of hopeful here. I think I was making some progress. So a final cleanup here, and then I'll put it together just enough to give it a test before putting the whole thing together. Okay, so I think that's all the electrics plugged in, so I'm just going to plug it in and see what happens. 3, 2, 1. No buzzing. There's a light. I think that means there's no water. So I'm going to put it all together and test it.
A few moments later.
Okay, time for the test. Put some water in. So no buzzing, please. No buzzing, no buzzing, no buzzing. Okay, no buzzing. So it's either working or destroyed even more. Power comes on. Okay, so I'm not sure if the water has to heat up, but I turn it on. We have success. Hey guys, Kash here. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I couldn't make you a real coffee. I have absolutely no idea how to use those machines, nor do I have the coffee beans to put in it. But because that video was a little bit of a shorter one, I'm gonna show you the little makeshift exhaust fan I got for my soldering iron. So this idea came from the soldering subreddit, so shout out to them. And all it is an inlet fan with some ventilation duct taped to the sides of it. So here it is in action. It's a 150mm wide. It's quite powerful. I think it'll do the trick, and I hope to use it in the next video. And there we have another video down. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.